Goats, a farmyard adventure in versatility. The fascinating world of goats awaits you, where inquisitive browsers, quick climbers, and hardy survivors flourish in a variety of habitats across the globe. We explore the many breeds of these adaptable domesticated ruminants, as well as their unique adaptations, ecological importance, human interactions, and conservation issues in this in-depth investigation. The genus Capra is home to a wide variety of goat-like mammals, including both domestic and wild goats, Capra aegagrus hircus and Capra aegagrus, respectively. For thousands of years, goats have been an integral part of human culture as a source of milk, meat, fiber, and company. Goats were among the first domesticated animals. Goats are resilient and adaptable livestock that have thrived in a wide variety of habitats, from the dry deserts of Africa to the rugged Himalayan foothills. Goats come in a wide variety of breeds, each tailored to a different environment, topography, and human requirements. Famous goat breeds include the Nubian, Alpine, Boer, and Saanen, and each is highly sought after for its own special qualities like milk production, meat quality, and fiber yield. In addition to adding to the diverse goat population around the world, indigenous and heritage breeds are important to local economies and cultural practices. Goats are able to survive and even thrive in a wide range of habitats because of their many distinctive adaptations and behaviors. Some important changes are: capacity to climb. The combination of a keen sense of balance, powerful muscles, and sharp hooves makes goats excellent climbers. They can easily traverse rough and steep terrain. They are useful for managing vegetation and lowering fire risk in mountainous areas because of their climbing abilities, which allow them to reach vegetation that other livestock species cannot. How people browse. Instead of eating grass, goats are more of a browser, eating a wide variety of woody plants, shrubs, and trees. Because of their browsing behavior, they are able to survive in dry and semi-arid regions where there is little food available. As a result, they are useful for controlling vegetation and managing land in both natural and agricultural settings. Continuous digestive process. Groomers are able to efficiently digest fibrous plant material because their digestive systems are complex, just like other ruminants. They can digest cellulose-rich plant material with ease thanks to their four-chambered stomachs, which allows them to thrive on a variety of forage types and maximize the nutritional value of their diet. Social organization. Because of their social nature, herds of goats often exhibit elaborate hierarchies. Herd cohesiveness and order are maintained through dominance relationships, communication signals, and cooperative behaviors. This allows for better resource sharing, mate selection, and predator defense. In ecosystem dynamics, land management, and agriculture, goats serve multiple purposes. Goat farming relies on a number of important factors, including 1. Creating milk. Goats are highly prized for their milk, which is both delicious and healthy in its raw form or transformed into a variety of dairy products like cheese, yogurt, and ice cream. Globally, many rural communities rely on dairy goats as a source of income and food security. 2. Producing meat. Meat from goats is also a popular ingredient in many different cuisines due to its lean and flavorful texture. Many people who are concerned about their health and who enjoy delicious food often opt for goat meat, also known as chevon, because of its high nutritional content, succulent texture, and unique flavor. 3. Goats that are good at producing fibers are called fiber producers. Goats like the Angora and Cashmere breeds are highly prized for the textiles they make. The Angora goat's mohair and the Cashmere goat's cashmere are world famous for their plushness, warmth, and opulence, and they fetch astronomical prices on international marketplaces. 4. Caring for the vegetation. Goats are used for land restoration and vegetation management to control invasive plant species, lower fuel loads, and make ecosystems more resilient in areas that are prone to fires. Goats are great allies in conservation efforts because managed grazing with them can improve soil health, increase biodiversity, and restore damaged habitats. The cultural, economic, and environmental ties between humans and goats are extensive and complex. Here are a few examples of how people engage with goats. The importance in cultural contexts. In many cultures, goats play an important role in mythology, religious practices, and folklore. Goats are a common symbol of fertility, plenty, and sacrifice in many cultures and religions, from the Islamic Eid al-Adha to the Greek Pan. The significance to the economy. In rural areas, goats are a boon to households because of the milk, meat, fiber, and other goods they produce. People from all over the world rely on goats for food and income, from small-scale farmers in developing nations to large-scale producers in developed countries. Agrarian sustainability. In agroecological and sustainable farming systems, goats contribute to income diversification, soil fertility, and less reliance on synthetic inputs. Agricultural landscapes can benefit from increased biodiversity, resource efficiency, and ecological resilience through integrated goat crop livestock systems. Animals that live with humans. Some people also keep goats as pets because of their amiability, mischievousness, and the therapeutic benefits they provide. Goats offer companionship, weed control, and educational opportunities to urban residents, which is why urban goat keeping is becoming more popular in some communities. The genetic diversity, welfare, and long-term survival of goats are jeopardized by the many conservation challenges they encounter, despite their adaptability and resilience. Among the most significant obstacles are the loss of genetic diversity within goat populations has been caused by intensive breeding practices and the widespread adoption of commercial breeds. Genetic erosion threatens goat breeds' long-term survival by making them less resistant to diseases, environmental stresses, and shifting climates. Degradation of habitats and overgrazing. In fragile ecosystems, goats that are allowed to graze unchecked can cause overgrazing, soil erosion, and habitat degradation. Environmental degradation is worsened in landscapes where goats graze because invasive plant species, like tumbleweed and cheatgrass, can outcompete native vegetation and decrease biodiversity. Health concerns and diseases. Parasitic infections, infectious diseases, and malnutrition are just a few of the many health problems that can affect goats. In order to protect goat populations and stop disease outbreaks in conservation and farming settings, health monitoring and disease management programs are crucial. The effects of climate change. The conservation and farming of goats face serious threats from climate change, which includes changes in precipitation patterns, higher average temperatures, and more frequent and severe weather events. The effects of climate change on goat populations and ecosystems can be lessened through adaptation strategies like improved management practices, breed selection, and habitat restoration. Genetic preservation, habitat restoration, disease control, public education, and community engagement are all part of the conservation strategy to save goats and their habitats. We can guarantee the survival and well-being of these extraordinary animals for future generations by cooperating to solve the conservation issues affecting goats. Help keep the goat population in check in the fight for sustainable agriculture going by subscribing, liking, and sharing this post right now. If we work together, we can improve farming practices and ensure goat survival around the world.